Yeah. Watch this shit right here. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how they numbers be fucked up. Watch this.
It don't
This
matter
camp,
when they told me that you was gonna strike me or nothing like that. You still did it. Like you gotta kind of like put that shit in perspective.
yo, this camp
No,
Everything
live
I
right
you
here,
did
went
was
live.
right?
You went live on me, Cam. You
I'm
didn't.
not.
You
I'm
didn't hit
not.
me up.
I'm not
No, you
joined on
didn't
this
hit me
joint.
up.
I'm
I
not
said how I
joining no
felt, then I
more
started
joints, right?
dragging the other bitch. But I didn't
This
strike
how
you.
you.
Be mad
This
because
how
I
you
went
know he
live.
lying.
Don't be mad because trying to cover it up like somebody struck you. Be mad because I went live. You mad at the wrong goddamn thing.
This is the
Now, don't
problem,
lie on
and
me. I
this
tell
is
you
the
what I
what the
did.
problem
fuck?
right here.
Be real. What the fuck? I gotta hit you up after when I dropped y'all both off my panel. You went on.
I'm
You went
talking.
over
No,
there to
I'm
your
talking
page and
about.
started talking
I'm
shit.
talking about when
And
it
where do
came
I
to the
owe you a
striking.
race?
I'm talking about when it came to the striking. That's what I'm talking about. You could have hit me up and be like, "Bitch, you finished." You just ran with what somebody told you.
So
I
boom.
thought motherfuckers had to have receipts these days.
Let
But
me
see,
say
I
this.
see
Wait,
this a
no.
non.
Now we the receipts over here. So I put the receipts out on this bitch, and I put the receipts out on everybody else whoever taught that shit. I never showed nothing on Code God, nothing. I just told y'all what Rain did, or it was Rain or somebody else. He had somebody else do it. I'm just proving the case. Now, watch what they talking about. Now they got the red ball on.
This
Just the fuck you did.
hold on, Cam. I don't care about the dropping. It's what you said after that.
This is how you show
That's what
a
I'm talking about.
conspiracy.
Look, that shit, that boy. Hold on one second, y'all. That motherfucker Canada set off the motherfucking smoker to take that this bitch. Look, Cam was
That's
crazy.
some spirits.
But let me know, fuck all that spirit shit, bro. You talk down on my dead child. I just drug you and your sagging ass. But you
You
talk down
talked
on
about my kids.
Well,
You
me.
said
I ain't
fuck
say
my
shit
kids
about.
and
I
you
ain't
don't
say
give
shit
a
about
fuck.
your motherfucking kids.
Yes, you did. You said I don't give a
mhm.
fuck about their kids. Yeah, well, we don't give a fuck
Man,
about yours.
man,
On
no,
the
the fuck I
table in
did.
my purse.
Lying ass up. You lying like a motherfucker. I ain't
No,
saying.
you lied. I heard.
I
You know what?
said, I
I
said,
can go
I
back and find it.
said, can I fucking talk?
Oh, go ahead.
Hell yeah, that's a good motherfucking alarm, y'all. Ken, why you got your red ball on? What you mean? Like shit, what the fuck? But anyway, nigga, I ain't say fuck no motherfucker. Hold on, y'all the fuck.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I don't give a fuck if y'all like me. Pay the $50 to drop me down. You know this. You know this flodged ass nigga. It's royalty over loyalty. You already heard what he said. He bought his bag. So I'm gonna sit right up here till he drop me, or y'all pay the $50.
And please pay the $50. But anyway. Hold on, nah, they say I'm in your cattle. Nah, look, y'all on soul. Hold
Please
on,
pay the
y'all.
$50. Get the
Hold
fuck.
on, y'all.
You didn't have to say that, Cam. Please pay the $50.
Please pay the 50 to get this bitch gone. Hold on, y'all. I just had to blow this bitch out. Look, y'all see that motherfucker still. Look, look, you see that motherfucker jiggling in that up. Hold on, y'all. This motherfucker tweaking. Goddamn, I had the motherfucking alarm and shit tweaking like a motherfucker in this bitch. I think now, look, I own everything.
Now you hear,
Could be the
listen,
motherfucker back.
you hear Cam say he had the alarm on. So you know what you heard what she said. She said it's royalty over loyalty. So y'all ain't got no loyalty. I got loyalty. I got loyalty to Cam no matter what. But this bitch right here, this is a devilish bitch. This one right here, they the same thing. And that's why this the whole John ain't getting no money. I can't even join people shit. Y'all lock cash up, cash app up, everything. How the fuck is Cole Gotti gonna drop yesterday, get 2.1? he only got like 2.1 hundred views, which is the same about 2,200 is about what I got when I put Rainwater ass on trial. Now, Cam Moore this morning, he got Ashley and this dirty bitch over there.
Man,
As soon as I came over there, look, they got the red line over there because I dropped and said that I was getting ready to go live. Look, because I'm getting ready to go live. I said breaking news. Absolute proof. Somebody can't count. MO3TROLLBEEF sector not about MO3.
I ain't never talk about it. I ain't never tell nobody my motherfucking situation. Talking about word around town. Word around town, you been passed around town. What's wrong with you, man, girl?
Get down.
Turn on your own motherfucking family.
Now we got 5 people over here.
Turn on your own family for Rainwater. The fuck wrong with you?
I'm gonna show you how Rain
you high and dry.
was holding back
in the rainwater.
MO3.
Why you give you an umbrella?
Rain was holding back MO3.
You riding down for that nigga.
And he was
I said if I was a real genuine person to you.
I got this
so
red carpet on here.
What the fuck I should have called you for? So you can continue to play in my motherfucking face.
Yo.
Yeah, you can love Rain. Rain doing a lot for you, baby. Love Rain until you can't love no more. But don't sit up here and act
Rain
like I just jumped out the window with you. Like I played with you.
It's Ratchet TV.
Bitch, you played with my motherfucking hell. Y'all bad, bitch. And you bad built, ho. I don't give a fuck how many angles you try and get that deflated booty at, bitch. You bad built, bitch.
I'm finna get down because I don't got time for this bitch coming for me. You don't have to do work on your own.
Now I'm gonna expose the shit out of them for real. Watch this shit. So look. I think I showed that text message also. Yes. Now I doxed the shit. When I doxed you, I doxed the shit out you, but I never doxed Cool Gotti except to see what jail he was at so I could send you some bread, right? What I tell you, Cool Gotti and them take after their mom the way they take after their mom. So Cool Gotti, watch it. They calling her Miss Lyons now, like Cookie. Like Cookie Lyons. I'm gonna start right here. And then we're gonna go from right here. And yeah, get the fuck out of there. I hope you go over and don't never come the fuck back. You're poison. You and fucking Rainwater. Like I said, I'm still putting. I'm gonna show you this motherfucker. Person. Right here. Talks about my daughter. Talks about my mental. Now they got the red dot on. This joint automatically comes up and shows how this dude is talking about my family. So I don't know if he trying to read me without my consent or not. I ain't get this nigga no consent to read me. I don't play that shit. So all these chicks keep hitting my jaw, telling me keep going. They this, you doing this, you doing that, right? But I already know I'm turning the numbers. But I'm watching their hands and I see them dealing cards. Some of them dealing cards and some of them are actually Christians. and they talking about the Most High. So watch this.
No history.
Right now,
the death of my
I'm
sister.
on demon time.
Talks about PD Lowdown. Talks about Lady Ray. This is from a number 470879. I think that's like I said, I think that's a floor number. But they say you don't even know who the mole is. And it's not PD Lowdown.
This the ball. So I'm passing the nigga picture around.
You can play a game.
In Philly.
So can I. Try to take
look at the chick. What she reading? Song Zoo.
From this person or this person.
And they on look. This is on my iPhone, but I switch it just on this up.
You say some shit. Just putting out there.
And this MGR, no mercy.
You did have, right? Yes, I did have a sister that passed away. I would never lie about anything like that. That recording came, the other day? But the recording, let me share my screen with you. I don't know if you're feeling the heat.
But all I say is fuck dollars and their bloggers, especially Rat Shit TV. Game recognized game, real recognized real. Watch the, but look. Look what it say up here 3 years ago. It say slander, hashtag MO3, and then it say occultism. I put everybody's name in here.
Leave us alone. Leave us alone. It's harassment. And you need to get checked for harassment. Making several videos, not okay. It's not okay.
She say she talking about takeoff down here.
So you're going to stop harassment. And you need to stop harassment. Okay.
What I'm saying, loyalty. She's saying loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Got the heart, and then she got the rock, and then she got the 100. So while I'm in his jaw, I run her ass up off the jaw. Ashley don't say nothing. Rainwater, the one that said. That's why I said blame it on the rain. Because the only reason why I even went to certain people that I know that use this joint right here, that's my family. Look, they don't even look. So now, shout out to Hot H. That's my family right here. Now, I'm gonna show you Cam Newton numbers. That's my family. I'm telling you. Look at his numbers. Go Cam Newton. I told y'all the name of the trust was Newton Oliver Robinson Family Trust. But I said it's a big trust. We got a lot of family. I don't know who married who. I married into a certain family, but I don't ask nobody for nothing. I don't know them. I don't know them. But if I need to call, I don't even got their phone number. I just know what to say on here. Read between the lines. Know what to say on here to get through to certain people. So tell me how Cam Newton Jones numbers is coming up. Look at his numbers. Look at Auntie Fee numbers. $34K in 11 hours. Right? We want to look at everybody. Right? I go my homies. $1 million worth of game. I got on this joint. I got 3.1 million 4 years ago. 1 month ago, Country Wayne comes on. You get 173K, right? Rampage Jackson, 2 months ago, look what they get. Now this is a podcast though, you know, and I'm not hating on them because I'm just trying to show y'all numbers, the numbers game. I'll be looking at shit different. Dallas don't like us. They've been on there since 2018. I'm trying to get my motherfucking. They've been on there since 2018. I done seen $1 million before this. I already done seen $1 million before this, before 2018. Somebody can go look up my indictment. So I've been in this shit. They say we got 4 people in here. Somebody went to them and like we had a problem. We in the same fucking city. Somebody went to them and then try to put Wallow name in something. Now let me tell you how dirty these phones is. When I talk to my people and I talk to my cousin, the phone be like making all this motherfucking noise. And it's a Samsung, but I know he got a fucking iPhone. Again. So look at them. When you claiming to be something that you're not, they don't claim to be something that they not. So they get in their numbers organically. They call everybody up there from Texas. They call Spence, all of them. And they told them how they stand on business. And that's how I feel, standing on business. And I'm going to stand on business right now because I'm going to expose and show you who don't stand on business. So this is how I'm telling you, I lock everybody up in a tangled web just by going around and hitting them off with a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there. Niggas just running skizams. But game recognized game. I ain't even trizipping. I ain't go to the feds and none of that shit. So what? I just picked out certain shit. Look at where this John went straight back to. What song did this come? This song comes from Jigga. This he says it in a song. It's just it's a bar. Just say he says something about $1 million worth of game. So what I play this.
I mean, shit, y'all talking about the crates. I'll probably dig in the crates just and do something.
All right, well, let's make it happen. Dig in the crates and make that sound. Let me dig in the crates.
All right, pick whatever you want to pick.
I go over here and pick a record.
So they know this shit ain't pre, whatever. Just pick whatever.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wallow refused to
go look at all the records too. Yeah, get him on. Yeah,
I see what's on there right now. I think it's Miles Davis. What's on there right now?
Tell me my song is on here. Yep, I got one right here. Main source. Listen right here. Hold up, let me put this back on.
Let's see what it got.
This is from my ear right here. And can I play this? Can I play this record? This is from my ear. This is a rap group called Main Source. They had a major song called "Looking at the Front Door." I'm looking. Yeah. Look at damn. Look.
Oh damn, that shit hard.
So how do I this? How you want to put this on?
So you take that one off.
Let's do this. I used to be a DJ too, but I did DJs with tapes.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah, he was DJing in prison and shit. DJ Loose Cheeks.
Now where did I go at?
Pause.
No, that was his name. No,
watch it, Gil. We doing some music shit.
Now I don't know the boy Metro Boomin or none of that. I just see this St. Louis cat. I see he got the Marvin Gaye joint on. Now I'm telling you this joint, watch everything they beat. It's beat from Motown. And look right here to the right, you see what it say, 1-900 Hustler. 6 months ago. But somebody approached me and was like, yo, they can get me any John. And they was just giving that shit to me for free. I don't work for Empire. I ain't signed to nobody. I was motherfucking giving motherfuckers that must be connected to Empire and other people. And I was giving you NDAs and y'all break them. And then in Empire, they got lawyers. So they must know. Yeah, somebody at Empire must know that somebody down here is connected to Empire. And if I file that RICO, because how the fuck Ratchet TV Yo, how the fuck Ratchet TV and what's the yellow boy? The go yellow. Yellow Busy dropped a joint last night. His joint get 300 something thousand views, and his shit is garbage. And I always play and say something to the opposite of what I'm really, really fucking thinking of. So last night I said, yo, where Ratchet TV shit at? I said Ratchet TV shit don't even, it come right up under yellow shit now. Somebody change that shit around real quick. All right, so here go Cole Gotti first. He put his joint out. Look, one day he only, look. Now this jag, 21 hours ago, he got 9.6 views, 14K here, no justice, using MO3 name. He ain't nothing but a fucking blogger. And he bringing up, look, he's a blogger. These is the motherfuckers that caused the shit in the fucking first beginning. These are the motherfucking provocateurs that make motherfuckers want to kill somebody. But they get all the fucking views. And then when you tell the truth on these bitch ass niggas, guess what? You get blackballed. But they picked the wrong nigga this time. Because I made a deal with Google and I'm a premium. Look, I'm premium. But I know other things like, yeah, let me put in this motherfucking identity theft joint. Yeah. Check the motherfuckers you around and see who playing around with people's identity, running their fucking identity and docs in the wrong way. Cause now that shit, the docs came down to me, but the docs that came down to me, yo, that shit is, that's why I put the shit in folders and I say a new day. Everything I said gonna happen. I had to wait for Cam to finally get the fuck away from 88, 38, because I'm trying to tell you, I put a joint out and it says, yo, somebody 2 days later wrote me and said, yo, I don't want to see nobody get their money taken. Whoa. And I was just like, thank you. Whoever it was, I don't even know who the person is. The same, the same. How the fuck this nigga getting all these goddamn views? This nigga is buying views still. You getting more fucking views than the goddamn rappers. How? How a motherfucker that can't rap, you was talking about Cole Gotti, you talked about his mom, all of that. Now you playing like you Justice for MO3. Pussy, you ain't no real ass nigga. You's a bitch and you a rat. And you scared of me, nigga. I don't make no deals with no fucking bitch ass fucking. Yo, you's a bitch. And you know I don't make no deals. I already told you. I made my deals with the devil in the Marine Corps, and you were scared of me down South Carolina. So let me show you. When I first went on air and saw Cole Gotti up there, I'm trying to give him a heads up and talk to him. And the first thing he says is about room 220. But I came up as Justice for MO3. So I'm trying to let him know. But whatever the fuck he done heard already, this is how I'm telling you how people a rumor destroys people's career. A rumor. So it show you how I was the mark for whatever happened down South Carolina. Now, look, no justice for MO3. He using my titles and everything. This a bitch ass nigga right here. Pride comes before a fall. So I let the king be the king. He listened to me. So look, he changed this shit. Yo, ain't nobody throwing shit to me in fucking Philly, bro. Ain't nobody throwing nothing to me. They niggas be wanting to work with me, bro. Somebody fucked up and came down in these chats and said, oh, I thought you was one of us. One of who? One of who? Because I ain't in no gang. I ain't in none of that shit. But when I heard Miss Nicole say no weapon formed against shall prosper, I played the song. I don't ask for nothing. You see, look, only thing I say is, now tell me how it's only 3 people over here, allegedly, that's my one and only, and then my cousin. So one more person is actually logged in, or everybody else, y'all in the bushes, y'all ain't logged in or whatever. But I already know how many views I'm gonna get from 5 channels. I know how many views I'm gonna get. I know how many likes I'm gonna get. I know where the fuck y'all come from, and y'all come from Texas. Now Louisiana's starting to come up a little bit. Houston, because I said, yo, this boy right here, they got to keep changing the story because this boy right here, he changed. Yo, this nigga, y'all keep changing the fucking story with Jackie, and I've been told y'all, Planet of the Fakes already said Jackie was telling. So he not, yo, this is recycle shit. This is recycle shit. This is rainwater and fucking what's name, when I just was over there and got down in there, Rainwater called he called Queen 88 soon as he seen me typing in the chat. And then she come up as Miss Lion, like she's Miss Empire. So that would tell me if you try and play around with me with some Jones, because I asked you how many words can you get out of here? And I said, who made this right here? And who made Wise Learned Leaders? I show y'all who made it. Now I'm going to tell you. It was somebody from Empire. I ain't signed up with them or nothing. I ain't no fucking rapper or none of that shit. So who can't count? Somebody count fucked up. How come Cole Gotti can't get what the fucking bloggers in the MO3 troll beef sector? Cole Gotti can't get the goddamn numbers that fucking Ratchet TV getting? Just to talk about Jackie that killed Cole Gotti brother, or was allegedly involved in the death of Cole Gotti brother. And all he got was 2.1. Y'all don't find something wrong with that. So when you start counting up that fucking money, and then I count up how much money the bitch comes on and tells how much she thinks that I was telling her I was worth. I never heard that shit before. But it ain't me. It's my family. It ain't my money. So when I did the joint and said, hey, B, do you see what I see? Yeah, I know B. I know a B too. Yeah, I know some bitches. Yeah, you might call them a B. I know some banks. Yeah, they after me. But I know how to bankrupt them. And I showed you where this shit started at. It was at Capital One and Cash App. So if I gave money to all of these stations in here, and now I can't even join Cool Gotti join. I can't pay them. Who doing that? Because you know when I write that up. That Rain say the numbers. He said it was 10 million. That's 30 million. Yeah, that's RICO. Treble damages. That's 30 million. Now, when they first was waving that tape, it was on 200,000. That hard drive, it was only 200,000 for Netflix deal. So now y'all done clogged up the fucking money. Y'all done clogged up the fucking whole money system. Because now motherfuckers got bitcoins and they need to get rid of those bitcoins. And I've been telling motherfuckers when they was coming over there trying to talking about they was legit money. No, you not legit money, nigga. I don't fuck with bitcoins. Shout out to the Empress, 1066. So how this blogger got all of these fucking views, and Kogati put out a song. Y'all in a joint called MO3TROLLBEEF Sector, and he only got the views, and he only did his joint for like 3 minutes. He said, I always felt like somebody was holding me back. I'm telling you, it's rainwater. Blame it on the rain. Niggas need to stop being scared of this nigga rainwater and tell the truth about rainwater. Fuck that nigga. Paragraph 23 say what the fuck it say. Rainwater was involved in a plot to have the artist murdered, and then he has a list. Ray Bolin. He got a list. I don't know nothing. I don't know who nobody is. I don't know who Pearl Gates is. I don't know Ray Bolin. But when I seen what he was trying to do, then I start pushing the copyright paperwork because I seen what he was trying to do. But I ain't even in the joint. Yeah, Dirty Water was definitely involved, and that's what they talking about this morning. For him to get some more numbers, they over there talking about that, and he calls right in soon as I start typing, and Queen 88 dropped down. Ashley Marie up there, who I was just talking about last night, and I was like, Money Maya. I said, yo, Money Maya, that's Ashley. And Rainwater. I said, if I'm lying about anything I'm saying over here, I'm fucking flying. When you read paragraph 23, it say what it say. Empire didn't deny it. And Rainwater, he denied it, but he denied it on here. So there must be somebody else in here that can't fucking count. Because how the fuck do this nigga got all these motherfucking Johns? And they got a whole case out in New York about how AI is illegal. And I'm showing you all the Johns. I'm showing you all of the Johns that was hitting my shit. They was all AI companies. And now they getting sued. That's why I was showing y'all the stock market. I don't invest in the stock market. I invest in real estate. Where is the property at? That's all listen. Don't nobody give a fuck about no cash. Cash don't do nothing. It ain't even fucking worth what it's written on. Motherfuckers care about appreciating assets. Appreciating assets is shit. It's not cars. That's a depreciating asset. As soon as you drive that bitch off the lot, that shit lose like $10,000, $20,000 worth of its value. So I don't give a fuck about no car. I care about houses that appreciate every fucking year. They appreciate without you doing nothing, anything to it. Intellectual property, the music, the masters, that shit count. That's appreciating. But I know a little bit about the music because, yeah, my uncle was part of the original Blue Notes. I'll bring him up and show him. His name Brody, but they put Harold Melvin and Teddy Pendergrass over there. So people was coming over here, getting up here, and was saying little shit. Man, I don't give a fuck who was fucking who. That ain't my business. I don't care about who fucking who. I don't care if you gay or nothing like that. You can't play around with that. When I got a daughter, why would I play around with it when I got a daughter? But that don't mean I gotta be into that shit. But family is family. You gonna stay loyal. So you don't see me saying certain shit over here. I don't put certain shit in the joint. Look how little our crowd is over here. But look at the big ass impact we had on the MO3TROLLBEEF sector just because I was hashtagging and I kept catching their ass. I would put hashtag in there. I kept Soul Player. Yo, Soul Player was looking at us the whole time. So then I just got bold. Yeah, I said, Eric Barnes runs the MO3 sector, and boom, out of nowhere, here come fucking Rainwater pop up over here. But now, and I'm saying, free Cole Gotti. I run that down there. I say free Cole Gotti. I don't know if he got free at that time. I don't know when he actually got out. But I kept seeing these niggas over here, and they wasn't holding them in the best light. And I ain't like that shit, so I was going off on Soul Player. I went off on Rainwater. I said, that's some bitch ass shit y'all did if y'all got the ball locked up. Everybody know I want this pussy. Like yo. If I said I'd go to fuck the hell, I'd go to fuck the hell. Meaning I'd die just to get this nigga and Rainwater. And anybody else to get in my way, I'm running through them. But it don't mean that I don't need help. I just knew how to call out for help when I needed it. This nigga was on the expressway. This is Yellow Beezy, man. All of this shit, I put all of this shit out first. The paperwork, the pictures, I put it out. I'm telling y'all can't use this man image because that money stacking up. So then they start doing the AI shit, and now that's how they was getting around. So now you're using the AI shit. Yeah, it's a job you got. It's a fucking job you gotta be doing. It feel like it's a job. All them cartel fucking people I'm showing you, they getting booked. Cause if something blew up December 20th in fucking Philly in 2023, and they got the mayor here, I ain't trying to put the scandal out. But that don't mean that y'all gonna play with Cool Gotti and y'all look, y'all gonna pretend like y'all fuck with Cool Gotti. Y'all motherfuckers still to this day won't tell the truth. Just tell the truth. You either fuck with his music or you don't. I told you, y'all trying to turn Cool Gotti against me. You try to turn my city against me. So when my city fucking came, they gotta dox me. They gotta start looking around for my fucking family. Our family went through Motown, Detroit, Smokey Robinson, all of them. So when I be singing on here, I be singing songs because I just like music. So somebody went into an awful lot to get into my computer. I don't know what you took, what you was looking for. Sure don't. The truth, stay the truth. This nigga could say whatever the fuck he want to say. He know what the fuck happened in room 220. I told y'all shit was going to change when Petty came back. I knew it was going to change when Petty came back. You see fucking Ronald fucking Mack. He shut his fucking mouth too. Motherfuckers had a whole bunch of rap. Now, if I know Philly, I know that means that I know where people stay at. And I'm looking at them jokers. So I got family that know Gilly in Philly, and I got people that know Gilly in Jersey. Philly know Philly. It's Philly. We love the Eagles, everything. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna beef with my city. So I don't give a fuck what nobody is doing, what nobody's doing. I already showed you the lawsuit that I filed in 2015. My kid's mother, yo, her mom was she was one of the daughters of ISIS. And the pop was a Mason. And they cut her, they wouldn't let her go to his funeral. And I sued, I sued Maternity Care Coalition. I don't give a fuck about that shit. That early Head Start program. Yeah, she's a whistleblower. So now they trying to make up for it because they didn't give her the money that she saved them. They ain't gave me my money. So they owe me money. They owe my partners money. They owe all of us money because y'all motherfuckers on here playing around, running fucking scams, got my motherfucking shit, my money tied up, got all types of shit. But I'm just steady counting. I told you I was auditing the MO3 sector. I told y'all I was auditing it. I was waiting every time Rainwater opened up his motherfucking mouth and said anything about a number. And then I showed y'all exactly what Empire thought of them, how much he should charge. For 2 days of testimony, they thought he was only worth $40 fucking dollars. Him and that baby mom. $40. $800,000 went to the outside attorneys. Yeah, they got to make that bread up. So now, then I show you Jay-Z. Yo, Jay-Z, he put a joint like 20 grand in there. So he's suing the fucking bank. That's what you supposed to sue, the fucking bank. Man, fuck these banks. Dead. Any bank. I don't use them regular banks like fucking Wells Fargo. We beefing right now. I'm beefing with banks. I ain't beefing with no motherfucking, I ain't got time to be beefing with no motherfucking Ratchet TV, the Hood's journalist. I could come smack that nigga anytime I fucking want to. At the end of the day, if you just hear the bars of Jigga, I just keep saying them. But I still fuck with Beans. I'm still fuck with, what's her name? I'd rather see us, somehow find a way where you put the money together. I'm the trustee of what my grandmother whispered. So all that land down there in Atlanta, all that land out in Macon, all the land out in Scriven County, because when we went and buried my grandmother, my great grandmother. We went and buried her on top of her. They had their own graveyard. Yeah, buried her. We had 2 funerals, one in Philly. Then we got on a bus, drove all the way down to Sardis, Georgia. We own everything down there. So on both sides of my family, I'm indigenous American, but I do got a little bit of Jew in me too. In Houston County, right down in Georgia, all them acres. Now, it's more acres than fucking YouTube got. More acres than any of these motherfuckers. It got more acres than Empire got. They hold you on is. I never been worried about no fucking money. Now, who can't count? Why I'm getting all of these Jones telling me my data, I was in every data breach, and I'm showing y'all right on here. I put it right up here. My name, was searched 39 times in the data breach. T-Mobile data breach. Yeah. Turned out I was a company. Rico gang. Yeah. Boy come ask me for some shit. And then ask me why wasn't my shit coming back to nothing. What the fuck would you be hitting back? What would you be hitting back? My cat, if I sent you a cash app, you said I was ass betting. No, I wasn't ass betting. You said put my money on something. I didn't even go look at it. I just sent the money. Why would you hit back? But I made you sign an NDA. You broke that NDA. So all these motherfuckers broke these NDAs and they legally binding. And if they got any fucking connection to any fucking body, I don't give a fuck what podcast you connected to or none of that. How many fucking RICO cases y'all already got out there? I just showed y'all all the houses they just putting Liz Pendens on right up here. And in Boston. My homeboy, he get ready to go to Boston for the smoke, to have a little smoke zone. That's how you work things out. Just setting them up the whole time. Because I just knew Rainwater was a piece of shit. So I blocked him. I don't talk to him. No, I'm not going to be the last person that talk to that nigga. Fuck out of here. So yesterday, didn't we just now show Rainwater? He was talking shit about Cole Gotti after Cole Gotti released his shit. Why Cole Gotti shit ain't got, you can't promote? That showed that you was never, that you ain't even a fucking good promoter. He got what they get in the chats. Y'all used to get in the chats every day. Y'all used to get like 1,000 people in the chats. And when your fucking trial, when I put you on trial, nigga, that's what he got. 20, like about 2,200 on the first day. But this nigga right here, your boyfriend, how the fuck come he got like 17,000? He's a blogger. What the fuck is he talking about? Why you making him talk? Why you making him talk about that shit now? So Yella Beezy could throw out his shit that same day and overshadow Cole Gotti putting out his single. Cause you on the other side, pussy. You the one can't count. Somebody over on your side can't count. You was stealing. But I can't count. So where Cole Gotti numbers at? Cause I know yesterday when I played it, yeah, my shit only can play in certain places. Yeah, that's why I play the music to see where I'm gonna get the copyright strike at, and we'll see where it can play at. Look at this nigga. Look at the numbers. A snake talk out of both sides of his mouth and looks out the side of his eyes. This is a fucking snake. And this is this little yellow boy right here. He's a bitch. It's no way possible that his numbers is up there legally. Unless, I mean, y'all got 300 something people. Y'all probably do got 300 something people in dollars. Yeah. That's on some fuck nigga shit. And that nigga helped, he one of them. So ask how many people he sent over there instead of sending them to Kogali. And where the fuck is Sean Cotton? Y'all owe that. Y'all owe dollars owe McKinney. On GP, y'all supposed to just gave the ball a view. Cause lyrically, he better than him. He ain't better than this nigga right here lyrically. And when I say lyrically, I mean lyrically on the stand. Yeah, nobody beat the lyrics of this motherfucker right here. This nigga can talk. He get on that stand, that shit turned whole red. And then now all these people getting busted. And then people just keep, rotating in and out of jail. I said the end right here. This was the end right here. And it started right here. 3 years ago, Southern Smoke TV put this out right here.
Met this man, I ain't got no issues with y'all.
And then the man said he doing it for the numbers, man.
340.
No, why would your mission to be to incite whack? If you were standing in front of me.
Listen, I was trying to, because you had the numbers game beating me. You was beating me. You was the hardest nigga I ever came.
But yeah, but see, that's some punk shit, because that could start some shit, right?
But even with that, though, hold on.
You and Charleston is the same.
So,
y'all both
even with that,
because you know how to slap the shit out your bitch ass if you were standing in front of me with that shit, right? So why would you like try to? I'm a Cali, right? So why would you try to incite some shit for no reason? Knowing I ain't never met this man, I ain't got no issues with y'all.
And then the man said he doing it for the numbers, man. That shit crazy.
No, why would your mission to be to incite whack to say something about Mo, right? Knowing that could lead to some killing.
Wag, let me tell you like this. Me and you was
See, he just tried to gaslight me with the I said
That's why.
Dang, gaslighting. That's the only thing this nigga know how to do is gaslight. Getting all these bitches over here, getting bitches like fucking what's her name with Shay. He even got this old bitch down in California. Shay's too fucking gaslighted. Done got herself in there with somebody named G. I don't know who G is. I know some G. I know of some G's in my family, but I don't know who that G is. Jermaine Thompson. And I don't know who the mystery. I don't know who the mystery gang is. I broke off from them. I'm not getting ready to be no fucking Rainwater production. Fuck out of here. I punch Rainwater in his fucking mouth 20 times a day if I ever seen him. And call him a bitch, a nigga, whatever. This is a fucking Paragraph 23 channel. Fuck Rainwater. I been knew he had something to do with it. So tell me, I just want to know, how the fuck Ratchet TV put out some shit about Jossie, which would overshadow, when my man come out. So when I'm playing Cole Gotti, you overshadowing his hunt coming out. So that's Rainwater's plan. He not a genius. He a dickhead. He hustling backwards. He's supposed to be putting out an artist, not putting out no motherfucking helping this nigga right here. What this nigga gonna put out? Only thing he gonna rap about is he getting ready to rap on the stand. That's what Ratchet TV trying to do. He is making a break to rap on the stand. Soul Player, all of them. Soul Player, Duke, all of them. I got them all on tape. They in competition to see who the first one could get on a fucking stand and testify. Which I don't give a fuck who testify. Long as we get justice for MO3. But part of justice says, yo, what y'all just gonna hand down shit? Y'all ain't gonna hand down nothing, huh? Y'all gonna give them 2,000 views. So Rainwater goes up there and bring down the whole goddamn, every fucking 3-letter agency in the fucking goddamn whole goddamn United States. When he on No Jumper, and motherfuckers, y'all still fucking trying to uplift that nigga. Fuck that nigga. He wouldn't be doing shit for me. He wouldn't be promoting me. The mom said what she said. After the yellow boy got locked up, the next thing she said is, Brain is going to get his. 2 people put that up. Me and Sin City. Now, I don't know where the fuck Sin City from. Don't give a fuck. I'm not looking for nobody. I don't know why people doxing me when I dox myself in the first place. But if you look on there, you'll see nothing but banks and businesses. And if you listen to me, I'm telling you, they didn't pierce the corporate veil. So I put the prosecutor on the stand and questioned her. lying bitch. The agents that's on y'all joint down there was on the joint up here when I got locked up. But it wasn't my case. But it had something to do with music. So why isn't Cole Gotti numbers up? But a fucking blog, what y'all gonna try to run the same thing again? How the fuck Ratchet TV could come out with just talk about some shit that we already done talked about? Jossie, she already done came out. How many fucking times y'all gonna run that Jossie story? How many times y'all gonna run the Jackie story? How many times y'all gonna run the Queen 88 story? Don't have me start fucking rerunning this whole motherfucking John again. Y'all want me to keep running the stories? I keep running stories. Why Cole Gotti numbers ain't up? When he better than that fucking nigga down there, somebody trying to help him get his numbers. So what? To pay what? His lawyers? Man, fuck that nigga lawyer. Might as well go ahead and plead guilty. You don't need no paid lawyer to plead guilty. Yeah, you go get the motherfucking what's that? You know, go get the public defender. Oh, you can't get the public defender because somebody already telling. So you can't get a public defender because that would be a conflict of interest. But you could get appointed a counsel. You said you broke, right? You could get an appointed counsel, a private counsel, or tell the court, yo, can you give me this counsel? Can you go appoint him? I don't got no more money. I'm out of miss on it. That's how I know. Yo, this shit was ran by Yellow Beezy, Trap Boy Freddy, and all of them in the beginning. These niggas in here ain't give a fuck about no goddamn MO3. And y'all kept sending Cole Gotti to jail, so he probably don't even really know what's really going on. But I'm sure he ain't that dumb though that he can't see what's going on. But anytime I see y'all playing them games, I'm gonna point that shit out. How the fuck some shit y'all was supposed to get a mom $25,000? I already done gave out fucking $25,000. Or more. And now all of that money, that shit got to come back in. I'm not fucking playing. I must be trying to knock me down or give me my motherfucking money. Cause I don't know nothing. I just don't know nothing. I just come over and show y'all receipts. So look what that, when we first showed this shit, yo, look what it was. I elevate. If I talk about a nigga, man, it's between me and that nigga. I don't need no fucking body to talk for me. I don't go get nobody to, I don't be like, yo, go over there and say this, that. I don't get nobody to go do shit for me. I get on here and say what the fuck I gotta say, and ain't nobody gonna talk for me. I argue with whoever the fuck I want to argue with because that's how I am. Argumentative. Common sense ain't common if everybody ain't got it. But that's only when he only released a single, so I ain't even tripping on that much. If Rainwater don't promote him, you see he dropped it on May 1st. Watch when when MO3 birthday come up. That's 31. That's 30. Where we at? That's the second. Yeah, that's 29 days, nigga. You ain't put the fucking the. You said you was putting out a fucking documentary. All of this shit. You ain't put out nothing. Nathaniel, you ain't put out nothing. And where the fuck is Nathaniel? Whoever was in the motherfucking chats over there on Ratchet TV, and his name was Nathaniel Osborne. Now I don't see him over there no more. What happened to the boy? Shout out to my cousin H. Shout out to McKinney. I say shout out to my one and only. She's like a daughter to me. Yeah, because somebody like using every tool they got to find out who the fuck I was, yo. And where I was. Now Cole Gotti right down there in front of y'all fucking face. Y'all, just like I told y'all wasn't going through shit. When y'all said that shit about Miss Kitty, y'all wasn't going through shit. I already knew that shit. Y'all just came in here was trolling. So where's the who is somebody else in there that's holding Cole Gotti's numbers down? Why they ain't got no other shit? Man, I know goddamn well I'm not listening to no fucking Yella Beezy. I listened to the parts where that nigga incriminated himself, Trap Boy Freddy incriminated himself, and they struck the channel like little bitches. So I already knew they was little bitches. So, So I know y'all know exactly what dispensary I go to, all that shit. I know all of that shit. How I can know all that stuff, be ready for everybody y'all gonna send, and y'all still do the same fucking the same thing. Like I won't file. No, I just put that other thing in because I want to see who was with the government, who was the rats. Y'all seen the first rat that came over? Q. He was the first rat to come over. It was Q. DJ Q from Ohio. He was the first rat to come over. And start talking about I wanted to fuck Ratchet TV. Yeah, okay, all right, bro. Say whatever the fuck you want to say. Yo, I don't know like where niggas cut off wondering, worrying about who fucking who. I don't give a fuck who fucking who. I like being by my motherfucking self to stay away from dumb niggas like y'all. Cause y'all don't, motherfucker, let me tell you something. If you don't surround yourself with people that's on your level or more talented than you, you're not going nowhere. Rainwater is not talented than a piece of dirt under my motherfucking, he's not more talented than me in nothing. How the fuck my name is on, like my name is right down there in Texas on property from 1999 when I just got the fuck out of the military. How my name on property down in Texas? I ain't ever even been the fuck there. Yeah, my situation a little bit different, but yeah, man, Texas is beefing. I'll tell you, look at the thumbnails. When you look at that remix, Rainwater didn't know what a fucking remix was. This is what this whole argument is. He don't know what the remix is. How the fuck there's going to be a song out before there's a remix? I mean, the song got to come out and then there has to be a remix, and they arguing about it. He argued with this, yo, my head hurt. I can't even listen to this motherfucker no more. But he said this was so the family can hear it. So who is suppressing Empire, the label, from putting this out? So what that telling you? Empire, the label, wants their name clean, and they want to know what Rainwater did. So who's stealing the money? Rainwater. And what he's stealing it on? To put up his nose, pay the MO3 sector off, and to try to dodge all these bullets that's coming at him because they know he moved a gun. And the story keep fucking changing.
They let him do it.
Yeah, hell no, man. Cause we can't gas like that.
Look,
Look,
Mike, y'all. Let him answer the question.
That's why they let him do it, bro.
Wait, let me tell you like this, man. You were arguing over numbers. We wasn't arguing over.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but why you kept
I wanted you.
Mo was a better artist than Blue, and I'm like, yo, look.
He telling right there, Mo was the better artist than Blueface. What do you see? My old John was, it was a mic. That shit said Blue on there. I got rid of that shit. Not because, what's the name, but that shit started making all them sounds like, oh, the fuck up.
Bro,
even with the number though, hold on, Wack. Even with the numbers, he said you had the numbers. So you just saying out lies because of the numbers?
Hey, Don.
Is you just saying lies just to put out because of the numbers, bro?
No, wait, Don, check this out. Check this out. And he know this. That song was dead. That bitch has stopped at 4 million streams.
It's double platinum now.
Wait, but hold on. Who pushed it? Who pushed it?
Yeah, you put your version out there.
No. That song, your version that was out, was at 4 million. It was dead. It wasn't moving. It wasn't on no radio. It wasn't on nothing. Who pushed that motherfucking? Come on.
One thing. Let me tell you this. One thing.
Come on, bro.
Wait. Let me tell you like this. One thing you did do.
Come on.
You got them to put your version on the radio that made people want to go see.
No, bro. Your version, nigga. Who breathed life back into your version?
No,
keep it real. You telling me that you know we can both go pull the numbers and see when it was stopped. It was at 4 million.
You know, why would somebody come and show me? I ain't nobody. I don't even Nizzo nothing. They show me how to go right on the internet and look at the numbers, break the music game down, break the music genre down to me. That's why I calmed down and seen, because I seen the numbers. This nigga still, look, I ain't never told nobody about this. somebody came and showed me. I don't know who they was. I don't know nothing. They showed me how the number break down. And then they showed me about South. They showed me about South Click. So I'm reading the signs in South Click. I'm just saying. I'm reading the numbers about South Click, so they come up and show the line dancing. And it was boots on the ground. So I kept fucking playing that joint and seeing how the numbers was going up. Boom. Then I seen who uploaded the joint, and that shit went to a TV station. That's all I could say, or like a radio station or something. So who down in fucking in Dallas? Y'all not trying to see Cole Gotti get up, but y'all still want to see Yellow. Y'all still trying to do that dumb shit that y'all been doing. Yeah, y'all ain't no fucking bosses down there, man. Y'all some fucking bitches. Yeah. Y'all ain't real down there. Y'all won't tell about the police department. Y'all won't tell nothing. Y'all trying to redefine what ratting is. And somebody heard me yesterday say the only gentleman I seen down there was Cole Gotti, because whatever happened with him, he took care, he made sure the woman was all right. People want me to show that shit. I'm not showing that shit. Because I'm always be faithful to McKinney. And to the family. If I say blame it on the rain, it's blame it on the rain. Get the fuck away from rainwater. He not doing nothing. He not doing nothing. Him in 88 and the pop still trying to run plays. I'm trying to tell you. Now when I went on to the John, all them green lights that used to come on with them fraud people, they ain't on there no more. Cause they know I ain't trying to talk to them. I'm not filing no fraud fucking paperwork, nothing. I would rather fucking try myself in court and file a RICO fraud charges with the fucking FBI so y'all can get the money first, put the liens on all the cribs, then I gotta wait. Nah, I'm not filing nothing. I don't even know nothing. Ain't nobody, I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody on here. This is online. So the shit that happened to me, I'm filing first. And like I said, in order. Some people named moved off of there is going to be moved off of there, period. But I read the RICO statute too. Yeah, you in some fucking gang. Y'all keep calling Ratchet Gang, all of these gangs. So I show you 50 Cent. He say, I am not gang. I do not gang bang. Know the rest. You see him in there with any guns in his hand? No. Damn, yo, you gotta look. I look at before if I knew they was even related to me, I was like, yo, I'm looking at New York. Yeah, it was like the three kings of New York. They battling and whatever. But 50 Cent was making moves. I'm telling you. So who came over here and told me to watch Hip Hop Homicide? How you think I'm figuring out? I'm just standing back because I'm not in the game. I knew that was Detective Quinn that came in here and was calling himself Harlem Quinn. So I knew he was from Harlem and he had started a detective agency. And so I had Cash App all this time. And now, just the other day, y'all want to fucking ask for my picture? I don't want my picture on no motherfucking nothing unless I put it up on social media. I ain't trying to be no star or nothing. Shiniest nail gets the hammer. I keep telling you. The shiniest nail gets the hammer. Now, why Ko Gotti? How Ko Gotti numbers ain't up? No, Rain holds it back. This is the whole program right here. Rain too fucking stupid. He still ain't learning. This shit right here hurts your motherfucking temple.
I didn't want to touch the motherfucker. I said, man, this motherfucker 4 million. Why y'all eat this with? And Blueface, he was on it. I dropped the bag. I know the bag I spent. Hey, Rain, you ain't never spent the kind of money I spend, bro, pushing these records. You out in front. You ain't never got there. You were just an empire. You depending on they bag.
No,
I know what that bag look like.
I spent my like that 120 Tory Lane. I spent my own money on this.
Yo, Rain, you ain't. What the fuck is a 120? What's that?
That just for the verse video. We ain't talking about the.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't never spent that marketing bag. You ain't never went over there and dropped that bag.
Nah, I didn't. How much did you spend on the whole
You ain't
outside
never.
song?
You ain't even been in that arena to play the game. You ain't had the artist yet to spend the bag.
Listen, how much did you spend on outside?
What you mean? Did you don't know? You should be able to look at it and tell because you be front like.
What do you say? You gonna be able to look at it in jail? Shout out to Southern Smoke TV. Man, Rainwater, man, that nigga can't raise. This nigga, if he burning motherfuckers for $500, man, $500. He burned that old lady for $500 out in West Dallas. That's West Dallas, where the PI from. All I'm saying, if I wanted to open up a studio, had the studio, I tore it down. It's called Z2 Entertainment Group. But I just didn't like, I ain't like that environment. So I just tore it down. $850,000 we spent on one house. Yo, and the government didn't want that. They didn't want the house. You know who stayed in there? One of my partners stayed in there. You know who else stayed in there? Shaquille O'Neal. Those are the type of deals we was doing back in the early 2000s. I'll show y'all. They using AIG. So that if they're using AIG, they know I know what I'm talking about. When I refused, I couldn't find no case to get. They was trying to get out of paying a man $1 million. He was a veteran. So, you know, he was into some kinky sex shit, some asphyxiation shit. And they came to me and asked me to find a way out of it. I couldn't find a way out of it. But how you think I know about the type of insurance? I know that somebody got that insurance on me. So somebody could kill me and anything just get paid how much I was bringing to our company. That I was bringing to our company. Yeah, but I took a leave of absence because I'm sick. Yeah, you gotta know how to play with these sharks, man. I'm trying to tell you. Because I wanted to do some philanthropy and some investing. So, how niggas in the MO3 sector know about a trucking company that I was trying to purchase and then put the girl up naked on the screen? To try to make it seem like I sent them that picture. I didn't send you that picture, and I ain't say that was the girl. And now y'all let Ratchet TV get y'all in a man act. The man act. Yeah. Sending nude shit across state lines. Nude pictures. California and Pennsylvania. It's two-party states. Texas is a one-party state. They got to tell you they recording. But Pennsylvania, yeah. We the Third Circuit. All them other circuits, all them circuits down there, that's the Fifth Circuit. 35. I-35. But I'm 53. I was supposed to retire at 35. But I went to jail. My retirement was postponed. Maybe y'all understand what generational wealth is now. Yeah, there ain't no fucking car. And you put everything in a trust. It's private. The government don't gotta know about it or none of that. It's a family trust. It ain't nobody business what assets in there, how much it is and everything. I'll show you the attorney. But we been know about it back in the 1800s because our trust was started back in the 1800s. So if you part of the family, yeah, you always covered. Yeah, some of these record companies wasn't even in fucking business in the 1800s. Dig what I'm saying? But that rainwater tell y'all everything. I know who the fuck I'm fighting against. I know I'm fighting against Goliath. But I ain't fighting against Goliath because Goliath ain't do nothing to me. But you know, somebody said they was taking over the channel to clear their name. So if I was lying, they would turn this bitch off.
Like you know the business.
I can't look at it on our end.
I know you can, bro. Hey, bro. I can look at it moving. I can tell you what's being spent. You know why? Because I didn't spend it over and over and over again, right?
Yeah.
And see, back then, what I didn't like, I said, yo, check this out, homie.
So I know the same thing like whack is just how my house was. Yeah, I had motherfucking drones that come up right on and let me know if motherfucker coming right down through that or this whack or this is my people's. Yeah. So the mystery gang is in here somewhere. I'm not pointing them out. I don't know them. I know where they from. But that's all I gotta say about them. I don't know who the mystery gang is.
This why I waited. I said I'm a Mo3 fan. I don't even understand what your approach is with this shit. But you was trying to get me to disrespect Mo3, which I didn't understand because you not a street, right? So you know I'm from the streets, right? And I'm like, man, why did this trying to gaslight me to say something wrong towards a man I don't know? He dead. He got a, mama and kids and shit, right? I got a relationship with Empire. Like, bro, that was some punk shit. Like,
Wag. Let me tell you like this.
on,
You saying that Blueface is a big enough version is not disrespecting, man. We talking about some rap shit.
why did this trying to gaslight me to say something wrong towards a man I don't know? He dead. He got a, mama and kids and shit, right? I got a relationship with Empire. Bro, that was some punk shit. Like,
Wag. Let me tell you like this.
on,
You saying that Blueface is a big enough version is not disrespecting. Man, we talking about some rap shit.
No, bro. You went, listen, bro. It's shit. I told the words that came out my mouth was this. Hey, bro, this ain't no competition thing, bro. I love both the records. You kept on. Nigga, Mo is this, nigga, this ain't this.
They're the biggest question. Go right there. Ask him about Devin Brown. He said Devin Hester, an old NFL player. He don't even know what the fuck. He don't even know his lines. Did Jones say this nigga went off script? So yeah, I go show y'all where Devin Brown was at. Yo, Devin Brown was already locked up and working. I show y'all when they do all the buses, who is the missing jurisdiction. It's only one jurisdiction you don't never see in there. So that's all I can say to you. That's about it. Look for the missing jurisdiction, and yeah, because it might be a conflict, so they gotta stay out of it. But I stay away from fucking rainwater too. Cause he ain't from there. He just a fucking janky ass fucking. He not even a janky. He ain't even a promoter. Cause Cole Gotti should have got way. How the fuck Cole Gotti only got 2,000 fucking views on his shit? And fucking Ratchet TV talking about this fucking girl that we already know. We don't know if she did it. If she called. We already know that she was participating with the cops. Her mommy and her sister, they already went to the cops the same fucking day. I believe that girl when she first said that Rain was saying this, that, and the third. Now the bitches can go and you know argue with each other all they want. But you ever seen me argue with Jackie? You ever seen me argue with Jocelyn? I don't even know if they be in these chats. Some people come in here and say little quick shit and get the fuck out of Dodge. Boom. Yo, listen. Somebody tells me in the chat, I'm saying something. Someone tell me in the chat, yo, just let it play out. So I shut up in the chat. Then somebody come right up to me and was like, so you know the ISIS. And I don't know who that was. But I kept typing it in certain chats that they was talking that shit. Because y'all motherfuckers think y'all queens. I know a queen too. She a queen bee. Yeah, I know a couple queen bees. I was locked up with one queen bee and I seen her touch. I seen her touch. Lil Kim, I seen her touch MO3 on her shoulder like she touched me. I know that queen bee. I know the other queen bee. I know another queen bee. But they they already rumble. And somebody did something to my daughter, and they don't like to be called queens. None of that. They don't even like to call them princess or none of that. So they not into that either. But that don't stop them from being family to them people. So I gotta be family to them people. Not by blood, by loyalty. So you hear that royalty over everything? That's for you little fucking niggas that's looking for $60, $50, and nobody looking for that little bit of ass money. Fuck that gonna do? You fill up your tank? $50. $50 don't mean shit to me. It's taking that $50, make it 100, make it 1,000. It's flipping it. Yeah. That's why I put. I ain't ain't hear Marvin Sapp? Don't he got a church down in Fort Worth? He told him to close the doors of the church. He needed 40,000. He needed that shit. The same time. Marvin Sapp needed that 40,000 the same time the boy get locked up. He told him to close the doors of the church. He said, close the doors. So he got a song. It's called Praise Him in Advance. So y'all know what the advance is? Yeah. Somebody advanced you some money. And then everything started making sense. I was right about the advance money. Yo, Rainwater owe that advance money. So I don't have to see no. I don't know what the foundation got. I don't know nothing about their records or nothing like that. I ain't part of the foundation. I'm just asking people to please support the MO3 Foundation. I asked y'all to buy a book off of Amazon. It was $20. I was sending y'all the fucking money so you can go buy the book. And I ain't go buy the book. I said, if y'all want to know about the nobles, go buy the fucking book. And stop being down here talking about them like y'all know them. Listening to fucking Rainwater. He ain't even fucking know him. But I'm not going through all that paperwork anymore, man. Y'all got, if you're too lazy to go back and look at the Devin Brown paperwork, I make sure the title put there and Sean G, all of that, because I keep saying, yo, fuck Sean G. He can't be around no men. Why? Why another man can't be around another man? Got a restraining order against another man. Shadow banned means exactly what it is. You shadow banned. Y'all not gonna see my story. My shit just don't pop up. Now, I can make it pop up if I want to, but doing one thing. But it was only one person that put out about the RICO. They knew. I don't know if they just was waiting, but they knew. They put it on their channel about a RICO. Yeah. So I just been sitting here looking at y'all, seeing how many crimes y'all was doing. And I looked at R. Kelly, and he was only on the RICO by himself. They ain't named nobody else. Everybody else was Jane Doe and all of that. They ain't never named nobody else. So I knew that Puff was going to beat that RICO charge. He was only going to get for it, like about that 4 years that he got. He going to get out early because 18 months he going to go to Fort Dix. Yeah, they already found drugs in the system, so he going to get the drug program, which is RDAT. You get 18 months off and 6 months in a halfway house, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I know this shit like the back of my hand. I've been through it. I don't give a fuck what nobody telling you, no lawyer or nothing. You ever seen a lawyer go into the courtroom? You ever see him go to jail? The only lawyer that was in federal prison that I know of was Rayshawn Jackson, and I guarantee you he'll tell you the same thing. The only other person I know been in the feds down here is Devin Brown, so he know exactly what it is. And what's the other boy? Keon White. Yeah, they all been in the feds. And when I seen them niggas on anything, I asked him, I was like, yo, why you taking some shit that ain't yours? I know what he gonna say. But if he owes something to something, and that's how it is, that ain't my business. I ain't part of no gang. If he part of a gang, and that's what he want to do, be my guest, bro. Go ahead, take that John. You probably did a whole bunch of things, and nobody said that shit better than Boosie. Say, yo, when you go to jail, it's been a whole bunch of shit that you done got away with. Sometimes you just gotta go ahead and take that. How many things did you get away? I got away with a lot of shit. I could have went to jail for a lot of shit I didn't go to jail for. So I took what I got. Got the fuck out the way. Get the fuck out the way. I ain't telling on nobody. I don't got nothing for you, nothing. I take my time and I get the fuck out the way.
And you know that man ain't got Blueface numbers. He ain't 20% of what this nigga is. By numbers.
On that song, yes.
Bro, we talking about overall as an art. That man.
No.
He blow his numbers out the water.
Bro.
Blueface got a bigger machine with you. What you
No, okay, but see what I'm saying is this what I didn't understand if you a manager, right? Because see, you seem to have some concern about Charleston White disrespecting Mo3 Mama, right?
Yeah.
So if you a manager and you already knew what type of I was when you came playing, this is what you did know, right? Why would you even try to like position something to where you want to hear me disrespect this man as
let me tell you
on some real shit. Like, because you being a hypocrite.
Right.
One minute you worried about Charleston White saying fuck this and fuck that, but then another minute for clout for you to go to YouTube to show Rainwater and say something to whack. You didn't give a fuck if I disrespected your artist that's resting in peace, bro.
Let me tell you this.
That part.
At the time, you know, you saying that Mo3 about an artist, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna stand on that. Mo3
hey, bro, I came to the room and the words out my mouth is, hey, homie, I'm a Mo3 fan. I never got a chance to meet you, man.
But you said that the song, the Blueface song was bigger than Mo3 song. No, hell no.
Hey, bro, Rain, if it wasn't for my bag, that bitch was over. And you know what? We can put 50 on it. We can go pull the analytics, and I can show where that bitch stops, and I can show where I spent the money and where your version started.
So you see, he says we can go. He said I'll put 50. So Rainwater gonna bet him. You gambling? Where you get 50 grand from? You gambling with the fucking money, with Mo3 money from the estate on YouTube. You, Ashley, y'all buying people down off of motherfucking channels and all of that. I'm just letting it happen, and then I go live and I show it. This is my journey of how you was spending the money, dickhead. You the dickhead. Talking about somebody a pawn. I ain't no motherfucking pawn, nigga. I don't play chess. I play life. Niggas really want to fucking knock your block off, pussy. And y'all really did blow up some shit up here. So some shit better blow the fuck up down there, or somebody better come up, somebody should be floating down there. or the fucking the feds is in on it. But I ain't gonna put that on the government because yeah, I signed with the government right here. See, Semper Fidelis. I signed my life over to the empire. But I only owe them God, core, and country. Last. You not the country, nigga. You just one little nigga. That if I ever seen you, when you just like I told you before, if I ever seen you, nigga, you know what would be going on, and go show anybody what I put on there. I told you the last comment I made on your John is whatever. And I mean that. It's whatever. Cause pussy, that dude said you paid him, Sko paid him, Ratchet paid him to do something to me. So I don't. If the boy said that that's what happened, then I'm fuck one. Yeah, I gotta fuck one of y'all around, or all three of y'all around. Yeah, so all three of y'all better start getting that change up. I don't know. I don't know what you gotta do. Sell some ass, whatever y'all do down there. Get on the table or whatever. I don't even know what's going on. But I want my motherfucking money from South Carolina with the interest, just like Mr. Charlie. You understand what I'm talking about? Don't you go pay them fucking banks? Well, private equity is private equity. Y'all wasn't supposed to be putting out anything about how much fucking money I was making or anything like that, because it's private. Y'all let some dumb bitch come down here from fucking California with a nappy ass fucking head, start telling y'all all this shit about me. She don't know me. Keep trying to have me come out to Cali. What the fuck I'm going out to Cali? The last one of my homeboys I know went out to Cali. He was a rapper. Yeah, he got shot up. Why the fuck I want to go out to Cali with them fake ass fucking palm trees and all that fucked up air down there? That shit about to fucking break off down there. Y'all got them fake fires down there. I don't have no reason to come to Cali. I ain't coming to Cali. I ain't scared. I just ain't coming there. The fuck I want to go there for? I love Philly. Or I'm going down and build right down in, yeah, where my family, yeah. But I'm not letting nobody take no more of the family property. Yeah, that's the fight, is the assets. Yeah, motherfuckers love cash apps. I don't give a fuck about no cash app. You heard what I did? I'm like too big for a cash app. And though I want to give more, I can't even give more because I can't even fucking send no money. Yo, I can't even send to the cash app because the motherfuckers ran so many goddamn plays. Yeah, they got my shit tangled up in it. But that's something for another thing. We're gonna straighten all this shit out. What's this date? Yeah, I'm coming if I'm allowed to come, if I'm invited, if I'm welcome to McKinney, I'm coming to that grave site and take a picture there. Because I've been invited by the family. Somebody in the family invited me. I mean, somebody already done bought property in my name down that motherfucker. I mean, I might as well come look at it and see where the fuck they staying at in my name since 1999 in Spring, Texas. Yeah, I might as well come down there and see what Spring, Texas look like. Wondering why I couldn't get my motherfucking D214. There's no way possible one man. Is in every data breach. Yo, every time I put my last 3-4 digits, my shit be in the data breach. God damn. You wanna know why? I was like locked up with Michael Vick. He was at Fort Leavenworth. He was at Leavenworth. I was at Fort Leavenworth. He got a second chance. I was trying to give people a second chance. MO3 sang about a second chance. Yeah, so why the fuck is some? Yeah, what's people ain't supposed to have second chances? These motherfucking nut ass niggas that's up there ratting and shit. Yeah, Trap Boy Freddy. Yeah, and his last name Moore. Yeah, that's the last name of my grandmother's last husband. I don't give a fuck if your last name Moore, dog. We ain't even know Mr. Howard like that, but he was cool peoples. That was my grandmother's husband, yeah. But he was cool peoples. But it was an African that tried to burn him out of all his money. He was a merchant marine. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, you know the Deltas? Yeah, the females. Some of my cousins, they from Atlanta. They from all down Georgia, all around Tennessee. Yeah, they from everywhere. If I call on them, they acting the next day. But they don't know Micah, because none of my family call me Micah. That's that shit y'all calling me here on this app. They call me by something else. Only my family. It's two ways you can spell with a K or a C. Like Kansas City. And they used to call me NY, New York. I don't give a fuck nobody look what I am. I'm about that fucking dollar. And sometimes you gotta spend money to make money, but I'm not spending no more money I'm only giving to, trying to get to the MO3 Foundation. And if I can't get to the MO3 Foundation, then you know what? There's somebody discriminating against me because I can't give to the foundation that I want. The same problem that 50 Cent had in Houston. Yeah, he couldn't give to like some foundations he want to get. I'm gonna unclog the shit so I can give to the foundation that I want to give to. Who the fuck who holding up money so I can't give to the foundation that I want to give to? I don't want to give to no other foundation. I want to give to this foundation right here that say Legacy Legends Never Die. Buy Cash App. Yeah, see that sign right there? Or I'm just gonna have to make something up and just send it a different way. Cause I don't need fuck Cash App, fuck Zelle, fuck all of them payment processing Jones and all of that. All of them motherfuckers done hit my shit. And I see the mergers and everything. I just look at the stock. Yeah, Credit Karma, all of that shit that motherfuckers be using to try to dox people. I don't use them shits. Cause I ain't trying to look at your credit score. I ain't gonna give a fuck about your credit score. I'm trying to find out if you can to me, cause I don't want to hurt you. So as soon as I see you ain't no blood relationship to me, yeah, I'm trying to get at you. Y'all can go back to when somebody first came on. I opened it up to see what tribes was down there on 35. Yep, that was the first day somebody came in. I think it was Switchblade Sister or somebody. We went over and I enlarged the map because I wanted to see what tribes was going down 35. Meaning there's a 1% and then there's a 13%. The 13% is the one they say commit all the crimes, but no, the 13% are those who know that they're indigenous to this land, that this is their land. So if I have any problems up here, I just go down to somebody we call the principal chief and I let them know, yo, I have some problems with these motherfuckers up there. Now, why can I keep my membership to my tribe? Why can I keep my membership? I could keep my membership to my tribe. Ain't nobody fucking with the money that I'm giving to the tribe.
Black Christian pastors, Roman Catholic reverends, CIA informants, and the United States Army were all co-conspirators to the United States government and won. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his close friend Ralph Abernathy, along with the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, created and founded an organization called the Poor People's Campaign on May 12, 1968.
I know all of you are studying hard and you're just doing fine in school, and I'm glad to see you.
The campaign's sole intent was a multi-racial effort to gain economic justice for poor Americans.
People just don't know, but it's really hard. Not only me, it's so many more in the same shape. I'm not the only one. It's just so many of us right around. Just don't have shoes, clothes. They're naked and home. By the time you have to cook at you and pinto.
So that means that Martin Luther King lived in the 60s, right? My grandmother she was born in the 30s. She already knew about all of this. The Newton Olivers, the Robinsons, they knew about all of this all the way in the 1800s. We didn't call the people that worked for us slaves. We called them employees. So I don't know the shit about no slavery. That's some shit that y'all, they concocted. But here's my man, Dick Gregory, and y'all can hear it for yourself. Again, this is Dick Gregory, ran for president. He Muslim. Look what he say.
In the King trial, where they brought a wrongful death suit, and I'll explain that to you quickly in a minute.
They brought a what? A wrongful death lawsuit. 30 years later, they brought a wrongful death lawsuit because somebody slipped at the tongue. Where here, somebody slipped at the tongue early. That's that dirty, stupid ass rainwater. He slipped at his tongue. Somebody could bring a wrongful death lawsuit against that nigga right now.
But what you fixing to witness now is the man who came by to get King to take him to dinner. And 30 years later at a press conference, he slipped because God do baffle your mind.
Some of the activities are geared especially for the young who did not have a chance to get to feel or to know what the civil rights movement actually was about. Even as they marched, now they could have stopped in a hotel, but when you think about marching from Memphis to Jackson or Jackson to Memphis, that was a hotel. You stayed in churches, you stayed in people's homes.
Memphis, Tennessee is this. He talking about Memphis. So Lloyd Child, this nigga right here, he from Memphis.
And that's how we got over. That's how we got through. The struggle was a spiritual struggle. You couldn't pay people to do what we had to do. You couldn't pay people to stand before mad dogs and fire hoses and billy clubs and cattle prods. It was strictly a spiritual and moral movement. So we wanted that dimension to be in the pilgrimage to Memphis. We will revisit the mountaintop speech site. That's the Mason's Temple, where Dr. King made his last address, which he almost didn't make, because the night that we were having that rally, there were tornado warnings, and he was behind on the Poor People's Campaign. And he said, you guys go on over and have the rally. I'm going to stay at the motel and work on the Poor People's Campaign. When we got there and Dr. Abernathy walked in and Jesse Jackson walked in and I walked in and others people started clapping because they thought Martin was behind us. And so Ralph's preacher said to him, this is not our crowd. And he went to the phone and called Dr. King and said, any of the marches that we had in those days, you have an opportunity to bring the children and bring the family and march with us. And when I finished sharing with them the last hour of Dr. King's life, no hurry, but that gave me the wonderful privilege of spending the last hour on earth. 3 preachers in a room, Abernathy, King, and Kyle. And we spent that last hour together in room 306 at the Lorraine Motel. The press is always curious, and writers, what went on? What did you talk about? I said, we just talk preacher talk. What preachers talk about when they get together.
Yo, hey,
revivals and all
what you fixing to hear now?
About 5:45, we walked on the balcony, and he was talking to people in the courtyard. He stood here and I stood there. Only as I moved away, so we could have a clear shot, the shot rang out. Thank you. I turned around and then knocked him back on the balcony. Only as I moved away, so we could have a clear shot, the shot rang out. Only as I moved
Only as he moved away. This a preacher that's with Martin Luther King. Moved out of the way, knew that King was getting ready to get hit. The same way as Rainwater knew what was getting ready to happen to MO3. See, me, I'd have been put my foot up Rainwater ass. I'm telling you, I'd have been beating that. I don't know why y'all niggas down in Texas, y'all some new type of niggas. Y'all some new niggas down there. So I had the president got killed down that John, and the boy was from right down Oak Cliff. Lee Harvey Oswald was from Oak Cliff. It's nothing new. Rainwater slipped up. Soul Player was fucking streaming it. I caught it. I paid Soul Player $30. Anything you play, nigga, I want that. Soul Player, evidently he snoring or something. He on the Drizzugs. He took the $30 so I could play anything Soul Player did. Say Soul Player was the one that was on the streets. And then I catch this dumbass Ratchet TV, and he say he was down there on the expressway too. So, other than that, I don't know nothing who was on the expressway. Go see Soul Player. He said he ain't going to jail, so then that means I ain't going to jail. Cause I don't know nothing. Soul Player, what's his new name? Info One or some shit like that. Info Dollars or whatever. I don't know what the fuck his name is. We are the receipts. This is a receipt of somebody saying exactly what he did before they shot Martin Luther King, and they went to court and they won. Civil court.
away, so we could have a clear shot, the shot rang out. Thank you. I turned around and then knocked him back on the balcony. Listen. Wait, listen. 30 years later, this brother never realized he was stiff and stay there. Do you know what happened when you sit in a jury room about a conspiracy and this piece of film is introduced? He stood here, I stood here,
Only as I moved away so he could have a clear shot, the shot rang out. Okay. This was the brother that he was going by his house for dinner. To my brother Matt, if you will have a copy of this tape, I'll get it back to you. And what you should do is make copies. See to it, because this is a very valuable.
So what they try to do to me when I caught rainwater ass? Yeah, they try to burn up everything. They ain't want to hear that shit. They ain't want, yeah, but I had sent that motherfucker John out. I sent it out. Yeah, this Joe right here. But you ain't touching them. Because they got the tape. And I explained to them about the tape. About them recordings for MO3. Yeah, we was on Microsoft Teams. That's something that's private and somebody put that up. They posted it. And they knew it was a wire. Y'all knew it was a wire. Y'all ain't know it was a wire down here? y'all ain't know Dallas had a wire? Yeah, they got a wire down Dallas too.
And y'all need to send this tape to people all over this country. And so this was the trial that went on that the press didn't want to report because they couldn't. They couldn't. And so we have to stop getting mad and upset because the same system that's killing us refuse to tell us the truth. You have to use your own God-given intelligence. If we was all over Germany today walking down the street and we see this big old building and it's named after Adolf Hitler, you don't have to be too smart to realize something evil is going on inside that building. But how come you don't understand that when you walk down in Washington, D.C. and see that big old brand new FBI building named after J. Edgar Hoover? How come we don't know something evil is going on inside that building? Let me briefly tell you some of the things that you overheard. The trial should have lasted a day and a half. It lasted 30 days. Look black press in Memphis didn't even show up. Let me tell you how this trial came about. About 6 years ago, a white man named Lloyd Jarwin, who probably, now this is just my philosophy, who probably was told they're fixing to blame the King murders on you. So he went to ABC, and they did a whole session with him, telling them how he was involved with the conspiracy and who it was. And then they never ran him. So now he's running for his life. So he goes to the King family. And he tells them the same thing that he told ABC. He tells them 3 times, and the 4th time, Andy Young. And they filmed it, they taped it. And he said, I was given $100,000.
What? $100,000.
By Frank Liberto, who was the mafia puppet who ran Memphis for the big mafia boys out of New Orleans. So it was Frank.
Shit don't change. I don't know shit. I just know. I don't know nothing.
Frank Liberto, he said, that gave him $100,000 to set up the whole mechanism for killing King. In the building right behind the Lorraine Hotel with the courtyard bumped into, Lord Jarvis had a restaurant called Jim's Grill. He also said that at the first meeting, here's who was there, so-and-so was there, so-and-so was there, and let me tell you, there was some black folks there too. The black man in the very famous picture that was leaning over Martin Luther King, Merle McCullen, he was there at the first meeting. We didn't know at the time his job was to do 2 things. One was to point everybody in the wrong direction. It was him that pointed and said the shots came from there. Not only was he an undercover cop, he was so undercover that his paycheck didn't even come from the Memphis Police Department, it came from the utility company. And now tonight, as we sit here, he's CIA. His other job was to infiltrate a little group of little juvenile thugs. They call themselves the Invaders. And y'all got to be careful about what y'all join just because they're yelling and screaming about white.
What was they called? The Invaders. So I showed y'all yesterday what? Space Invaders. That's what the group was called. The other group was called Invaders.
Y'all got to be careful about what kind of evil, nasty black folks you get around and want to go blow up something and then wonder why you get arrested on your way there. Martin Luther King was preparing for the Poor People's March in Washington, D.C. Yet many senators and many Congress people said, we don't think he can come here because we are afraid of the amount of violence that will be created. Martin Luther King's answer to that was, I've led demonstrations, there's been violence, but it wasn't on our side. It was people attacking us. Now, if I'm going to be blamed for that, then there's something wrong.
What Mo3 say? Yellow Busy was trying to stop him from coming to that Frisco Center to eat. Say he was just trying to get the money. Let me find out.
So they decided they would create a violent situation. And Merle McClellan, the undercover Memphis cop, had also infiltrated the invaders. And it was when King came in for one day to lead that march. One day. To lead that march. One day. And it was their job to see to it that it broke into a ride so King could no longer say that I never led a march and led a ride. And that was to force him to come back for a second march so they could kill him. And so, all at once, the King family decides to sue Lord Giles on a wrongful death suit. Not that they wanted any money, so the first time the truth could be validated and documented. So there's a lot of people upset about the Truth and Reconciliation Committee in South Africa, but 100 years from now, because of that, 100 years from now, nobody has to say, let me tell you what those black folks say they did to them. They can't say that now because white folks came and testified on the oath that this is what we did. Because of this trial, no longer will anybody be able to say these conspirators alleged this to have happened. It's documented under oath. They subpoenaed the captain who was over the fire station, which was across the street, firehouse number 2 from the Lorraine Hotel. 34 years later, he's 34 years older, 7 years old, back, getting ready to die, wanting to find Jesus. So he came and raised his hand and told the truth. Would you give your name? Yes. How old are you? What's your occupation? I'm retired. What was it before you retired? Memphis. Fine. What was your top rank? Battalion commander. Where were you on April the 4th, 1968 when Martin Luther King was shot? Said I was in charge of the fire station across the street from the Lorraine Hotel. Did you notice anything different that day? Yeah, early that morning, people came and introduced themselves as Army intelligence. Said they'd like to go up on the roof and put King under surveillance. What'd you do? I led them up to the roof. What did they have with them? They had large containers, small containers. What do you think was in the containers? I don't know. What do you think? Well, it could have been stuff to take motion pictures, still pictures. Could the containers held high paparazzi? Yes, they could have. And then what happened? Well, later that day when the shot rang out, they were still on the roof. So we know that the United States government not only had pictures of Martin Luther King being killed, they also had pictures of the person that did it.
What? The United States government had pictures of the person who did it and so we're not waiting on this. This ain't back down where Kennedy at. This is in Memphis. We talking about in Dallas. So We have some justice for MO3. If it start going up to Memphis and all of that and improving all of these other cases and all of that, I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just asking for it. I don't know nothing about that. Who connected them? Who? See, back then, that's what the King family wanted. They just wanted it documented. Y'all try to take my side of the family, my other side of the family that I'm married into, the King side of the family. And y'all still trying to take from us. Yo, fuck no. White man ain't never take nothing from me. Nothing. He ain't gonna start now. And he ain't gonna use none of you Negroes that don't know where the fuck you come from, don't know nothing about nothing. He ain't gonna use you Negroes to take nothing from me because I ain't letting. So I play the songs that I play by MO3. I play them for a reason. Yeah, get on your job. Nine years ago, he damn near had 1 million views on this joint. And y'all telling me that none of y'all saw this? Nobody saw this about Harriet Tubman. The truth.
Log on to patreon.com/Dane Calloway or paypal.me/Dane Calloway to support me, my channel, and my content. Merchandise is now available at I'mJustHereToMakeYouThink.com.
And then he ends with quiet.
And this is why the colonies came, to stabilize the land, because the dark continent had copper and gold, and the discoverers had themselves a plan. They would discover all the places with promise. You didn't need no titles and deeds. Then they would appoint people to make everything legal, to sanction the trickery and greed. And back in the jungle, when the natives got restless, they would call it guerrilla attack. And they would never describe that the folks finally got wise and decided that they would fight back.
And still, we are victims of word games. Semantics is always a bitch. Places once referred to as underdeveloped are now called mineral rich. And the game goes on eternally. Unity kept just beyond reach.
Egypt and Libya used to be in Africa. They've now been moved to the Middle East. There are examples galore, I assure you. But if interpreting were left up to me, I'd be sure every time folks knew this version wasn't mine, which is why it is called His Story.
People of today's society in America have been misinterpreting and also misrepresenting what a fact actually means. And it is all due to what they have been indoctrinated and conditioned to believe, how a fact is psychologically and socially determined. For example, a person would normally consider traditional information given to them to be a fact without noticing that they just inadvertently allowed someone's opinion
to be considered valuable as a source of creditable information. In other words, just because someone else states repetitive information that you may have heard about before during, let's say, your school days or
what this look like right here? Look this like a cowboy?
your teenage years, for example, does not necessarily mean that the information given is true. If you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, and your parents informed you as a child that you should never talk to strangers, then why would a person believe that someone else's opinion is a fact when the people that gave you this information is a total stranger and you're allowing them to do your thinking for you? Let's begin with number 1. As the story goes in American history, 90% of the Indian population in North America were killed off by way of smallpox and other diseases. It was said that due to the lack of prior contact with these incoming foreigners and not being previously exposed to these diseases, that the Indians' internal immune system was not equipped to combat what these pale-faced foreigners allegedly brought with them to these lands. Now, this is where logical, critical thinking comes into play, and you simply question everything. Like, some of you can recall having chicken pox, maybe when you were a child. Does chicken pox lay dormant inside of you forever? What about a common cold? Or even the flu for that matter? Does it stick around even after your immune system defeats it? And if it does, then for how long? History says that these diseases arose in Europe and Africa. And when you look at what the impact of these diseases had on their population, people survived. And this was way before vaccinations were even created and mandated. So the question remains, how could these foreigners bring these same diseases to North America and decimate the American Indian population to near extinction and not have had the exact same thing done over there within countries much smaller than North America alone? Let's move on to number 2. You can recall the story of slavery throughout American history and how we are all told that allegedly 12.5 million enslaved Africans were brought to the Americas by way of slave ships between 1619 and 1875. However, history fails to mention or document how many whites it took to accomplish that. Or does it? First, let's go over a few very important things that are relevant to this subject. Like, according to more commonly known world maps of today, which derived from the Mercator world map of 1569, Europe is somehow located above, or rather north, of Africa. However, before it was colonized and named Europe, that particular land has always been one large landmass, meaning that there was no imaginary dividing line to separate it to begin with. So in this sense, Europe is and has always been a part of the lands that are commonly referred to as Africa, and the people residing throughout these lands would be considered as Africans. Now, history displays the number of alleged slaves who were brought to the Americas from foreign areas, leaving scholars, or rather students who are being taught American history, to contemplate, wonder, and assume who these slaves actually are, based solely on the biased information given to them by way of compulsory educational institutions. This process is called indoctrination, which is, quote, the process of teaching a person or group to accept a set of beliefs uncritically. Uncritically meaning, quote, with a lack of criticism or consideration of whether something is right or wrong, end quote. According.
So I'm gonna stop it right there. So when I show you Caribbean Queen, there's only 3 women that I ever met that were from the Caribbean. Only one, maybe no, 2. Looked out for me on the internet and in life. They knew where they came from. And they had respect. Only one I met that said they was from the Caribbean, and yo, you from the Caribbean and you don't know about Harriet Tubman? That's bullshit. Yeah, that's the dumb bitch from over in LA. The other Caribbeans that I met, the other Caribbean women on this internet, they had morals. They don't talk about kids, nothing like that. And they yell, and they ain't on that bullshit. The other one, she's not on this internet. So ain't no woman getting ready gonna come on here and tell you, yeah, I sent her something across no goddamn state lines and everything, like she trying to get me booked on the Mann Act. So I tell y'all, Billy Ocean, I Caribbean Queen.
To the very first U.S. Census that was.
How many of you got this?
Was established in the year 1790. There were 3 categories listed for the enumerators to classify individuals that they meet in person. One being slaves, then free whites, and then all other free. Notice that the category free whites includes the word free. Free from what? Free from who? The 1790 U.S. Census recorded a
free whites. So my family, yeah, we free some of y'all. So I don't never think of myself as lower than anybody. I don't know who the fuck ever told anybody on here. I ain't scared of no judge, no FBI agent, no none of that. I ain't scared of none of them people. For what? They don't gotta go piss. They don't gotta take their dick out and piss. They don't gotta sit down and shit. I'm not scared of none of that shit. Y'all niggas can bow down to whoever the fuck you want. The only person I know that's higher than me is the Most High. I never bow down to no fucking body in here on this motherfucking app. None of that. I never get on my knees, suck nobody dick. None of that shit. Y'all got the wrong ball. You must be trying to get them come in here and get this work. So when you hear these bitches talking on here now, it's no difference than what he's talking about here. Nobody got no fucking paperwork on me or no motherfucking shit on me. My grandmother is dead. She never bought no insurance policy on me. She left a lot of weight on my shoulders. And I be feeling weak sometimes. A doctor, he killed my little sister. Because he came in, I don't know if he's drinking coffee. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. But my little sister died of a brain tumor. It's no less tragic than somebody being shot down in the street. And when I ask for justice, I'm going to try to get justice as much as I can get justice. And whatever happened to me, it happens to me. I don't care. I'm not no social activist or none of that. I don't like to see people suffer. But if I had to get active, yeah, I know how to get active in two ways. In that fucking courtroom, because I done recorded you and got a whole goddamn city. Some people that think they African American in my city. And we actually indigenous in Philly. But we from down south. So, if we didn't want to be known when we was down south, and we don't want to be known when we up here, and somebody keep trying to make us known, yeah, you're an enemy. I don't even fucking know you. This the internet. So stop trying to say you fucking know me. You don't even know what the fuck I'm into. I could be into a whole bunch of shit where I'm just going around killing niggas. You don't know me. But do you see anything? Did you find anything on my record said that I killed somebody? All right then. Y'all see anything on MO3 record say they killed somebody? No. He was just rapping. Cause him and his bro, they just rapping. Eye for an eye, tooth for a motherfucking tooth.
Total population count of just over 3.9 million people. However, marshals and other government officials admitted to the lack of not being able to properly record all inhabitants of this land as expected, due to the multiple indigenous Niji raids and wars that were already in progress during this time period, making the final population count royally inaccurate. What is also important to note is that the majority of the U.S. Census records and other vital documents from the years 1790 to 1910 were purposely lost and or damaged by way of fire, water, and smoke. This
by way of what? Fire, water, and smoke.
hideous action was heavily influenced by the likes of Walter Plecker the Racial Integrity Act of 1924, and many other things that I have previously covered and will be covering again in a later planned documentary. But I said that to say this. Does this sound as if someone or some bodies have something to hide? History loves to claim that the so-called enslaved Africans arrived in Jamestown, Virginia in 1619 first. However, I previously debunked this theory in full by researching documents and records held by both the National Archives of Spain and England and their associated historic libraries. The truth is that the famous quote stated by John Rolfe was misquoted several times, and that the story of what really happened was hidden. John Rolfe's famous quote was changed by the Department of Historic Resources to read, quote, 20 and odd Africans, from its original passage that read, quote, 20 and odd Negroes, in which both of these quotes are incorrect, according to John Rolfe's journal held by the National Archives of London, England. The original quote written by John was, quote, 20 and odd Negras, referring to females of a darker skin complexion of the West Indies.
This is my man Dan Calloway. Go look at it. I'm done. Yeah, okay, go lay down. Y'all keep listening to Rainwater. Yo, get them numbers up for Cool Gotti. Y'all keep wanting to listening to Who Fucking Who and all of that shit. You see who they said originally came over here? 20 dark-skinned women.